Hello, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how to quickly use Tween service. So to get started, we're going to be using the size tween first, because tweening the size is the most basic tween. Alright, first you want to make a script anywhere you want. You want to get tween service, which you can get using game.tween service. And next you want the object that you want to tween, which I put it under cube A, so I can use script.parent. If you don't know what script.parent does, script references the script that you're using, and parent, it goes to the script's parent, which is our cube, because the parent is what's above the script. Now, after I get that, you now need a variable called info, which is our settings. So yeah, let's just call it settings. And then the last thing is the goal, like the end goal of your tween. The reason I had to make a settings and a goal is because this is required for a tween to work. So next, make a new variable, call it track. And this variable will reference the tween track we are about to create. So you get tween service and use create. This will create a tween track. And with these three objects, we need to put in the arguments for this. So the first thing you put in is the object you want to tween, then the settings, and then the goal. The settings can be gained with tweeninfo.new. This creates an object specifically for tween service, and this allows you to edit the settings of your tween. So for now, we're only going to use the first setting, which is how long will the tween last, and we want it to last 2 seconds. Next, for the goal is what is the goal of the tween, and we want to change its size from 4 to 10. So how you do this is for all properties that can be tweened. You first get the name of the property, which is our size. We put this in, and then we have it equal the numbers that we want it to equal. And beginners might put like 10, 10, 10, because we want to change 4, 4, 4 to 10, 10, 10, but that's not how it works. In order to put in 3 numbers under one property, we have a vector 3. And in short, a vector 3 stores 3 numbers. And this allows you to change the size, because these 4 numbers represent the vector 3. It's called a vector 3 because it has 3 numbers in it. It's more complicated than that, but for now, that's how you want to think of it. So we create the track. Now, if we play right now, it won't actually do anything. That's because we have the variable track. Just because we created a track, we need to now run the track. So we get track semicolon play. And now if we run it, it will change the size of the cube. Now, what if I wanted to tween another property? Say, what if I wanted it to move left and right? So we have position tween, and this is the same thing as size. So we go to our goal. Instead of changing the size, let's say we want to change the position. So we have the position property right here. So we put in position, and now we want to say, let's say make it go up. So what is the position above this? Let's move it up, and this is the position we want to change the numbers to. So we copy and paste this, set it back to normal, and then paste this into our vector 3. And just like size, position is made up of 3 numbers. So you must use a vector 3 to translate 3 numbers into position. Now, if we play this, it should now float up. Some people might make a common error. Let's say they want to tween it like this, but when you actually play it, it would do this. And that is because when you're tweening this, it will change this value. It will change your size value to this value. And look what happens when I copy and paste your goal and put it in here, which is 4440, around that. It would look like this. And that's because when you extend it sideways like this, Studio auto readjusts the position, because the position must always be at the center of the block. And this technically moves the center of the block. However, if you change the size like this or change the size like this, it will not move the center. So in order to circumvent that, you must change both the position too. And an easy way to get the exact goal that you want is first in Studio, change the block to the goal that you want, and then copy and paste the values that you get. And this will yield the exact results that you want. You're also able to tween orientation, and of course the best way to tween in your control is to first make the goal in Studio, copy and paste the property that you want the tween to look like. Put inside here, I already set this up, and then bring it back to your base settings, and then play and see what happens. Now, the problem with orientation is that sometimes has side effects, like it loops multiple times. That's why it's better to tween C-frame, which is more complicated, but essentially it tweens both position and orientation. But for now, you can just use orientation because C-frame is a complicated topic. Now I will tell you how to do the house trick. Basically, the house trick is I tween every single part all at once at the same time and make it stretch out to 0, 10, 0. And if we go to our cube, 0, 10, 0 looks like nothing, and that's because it's actually a really thin rod that's really hard to see. And the script itself, this is what the script is. This thing, you should probably figure out what it's called, what it does. Search up for in pairs loop. And for now, all you need to know is this line selects every single part inside of the house. And then using the part, I created TweenTrack for every single part and then play them all at the same time to achieve the house disappearing effect. Now, what if I wanted to tween multiple parts together? Like I want these two blocks to move with this block. And the way to do this is first you must rig the thing together and designate a main part. The main part is the block you're going to tween. And then for the rest of them, select them all, go to model and press weld. This will weld all the pieces together. And you can check if you want to. And now inside of the script, the other pieces that are welded, oh yeah, I forgot, must not be anchored. This is important. And the piece that is moving will be anchored. Now, we go into the script, and the only way for this to work is if you tween the C-frame. And to put it shortly, C-frame is both position and orientation. And orientation in C-frame is extremely complicated. That's why we're only going to be tweening the position. And the easiest way to convert a position to a C-frame is first get the position do you want to tween to. Now put in the position as a vector 3, and then put in C-frame.new, and then put your vector 3 inside. And this will convert the vector 3 into a C-frame. Now note, since the C-frame is both position and orientation, and I've only put in the position for the C-frame, it will automatically set the goal to orientation 0 because C-frame is also replacing orientation. So if I play this, these blocks will move together. Now, the application I used for the turret, you can get this turret model inside of the toolbox right here. And how this works is I place a part in front and I tween it like this to make it look like that a gunshot is traveling. I slowed down the animation to make it easy to tell how this works. And if you speed this up, it will make it look like a bullet is shooting out of the turret. What if you wanted for the script to wait until your script is or your tween is completed? That is what the .completed event is for. To do this, you get your TweenTrack .completed and then put this wait thing. And what this will do is it will stall the script until the TweenTrack is completed, and once it stops, we should complete here just like the script as we wanted to. And that's my final trick for beginners. I may make a part 2 for explaining how I did the house trick, or more in depth in the house trick, the turret, and the UI, but this is the most beginner tween tutorial I can offer you. Thank you for watching.